What is going on, guys? Ramny here from drawittoo. Welcome. And we just finished, my buddy Jacob and I, we just finished watching Avengers Infinity War. I've seen it. This is my second time seeing it for the first time. So stick around, you guys. We are going to find a place to sit and chat and give you guys our spoiler-filled review. That's coming right up. So like I said, you guys, we just saw Avengers Infinity War. We're here in Bangkok, Thailand, and we actually just found a gas station where we can just sit down and chat and not have any music or noises coming out. So, Jacob, what did you think of the movie?
I liked it. It's a little bit darker than I maybe expected, but
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's got all the characters I wanted to see, all the conflict. I don't know.
Right, exactly. So, like I said, you guys, this is a spoiler-filled review. So, if you guys have not seen it, definitely put this in your library, put it on hold, go watch the movie, and then come back and watch this. If you guys are interested in our little opinions. But yes, I definitely thought that the movie was huge. Did you think it delivered? 10 years in the making, 10 years of character development and all that stuff. You think?
You know where I thought it was? It was when they go find the Soul Stone, and they reveal the Red Skull.
Yeah.
I thought, and I was talking to you before the movie, how I was falling asleep in the first Avenger. I was like, I'm awake.
Piqued your interest, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Seeing the Red Skull there was a huge surprise.
Yeah.
I when I first saw it, my jaw dropped on the floor because I had no expectations. So I guess they closed that plot hole, right? So that's pretty cool. The other thing too, speaking of Soul Stones, is Gamora dies, and I never would have thought that she'd be one of the ones to die in this movie. What did you?
I was okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I should have seen it coming because they were focusing on Gamora, right? And of course, being the daughter of Thanos, she was going to play a bigger role, but
I didn't know how much that meant.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it meant something, but I didn't know that they were trying to build him up as a character. You know?
Yeah.
I thought they kind of had to do that to make him someone you cared about at the end.
Right. So yeah, I like I was saying earlier, I feel like Marvel listened to the critics and finally gave us a villain, a bad guy that we actually care about, a bad guy that's actually fully developed. And what did you think of Thanos?
I liked him.
Yeah.
I kind of expected, at some points I expected just this big bad guy with a bigger voice and a bigger presence, but they bring you around as, in some ways I kind of agree with them.
Right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. That's what made Killmonger and Vulture, and even Kingpin relatable bad guys, is that you see their point of view and you see them in their vulnerable moments too. Thanos had his vulnerable moments. He teared up when Gamora died, when he had to sacrifice Gamora. He teared up. That was some real emotion there. He's not a one-dimensional character, right? Yeah, but for sure, I think I would rank Thanos as the best Marvel villain. Him and yeah.
I love his crew. His crew is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know their names.
The Black Order.
Black Order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. You know what? I was underwhelmed by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was expecting the Black Order to be super, just crazy, but they got easily dispatched. I feel like they didn't even last till the end of the movie. You would think that they would last till the next movie, but I guess Thanos has no need for the Black Order anymore once you have all the stones.
That one guy might not be dead. The first guy that got stuck in space.
Oh yeah, Ebony Maw.
Yeah, he might still be alive.
He might still be alive.
I feel like unless you see someone ripped apart or trashed,
right,
they can always come back.
That's true.
Loki comes back. He might not. Well, he might come back.
Yeah, he could come back. That's the thing. Like I was telling you earlier, is that we don't know where this story is gonna go.
Yeah.
The ending, for me anyway, the ending was one of those things where you're like, I can't believe this is happening. They're killing off their main characters, and they're gonna come back, but you just don't know how.
Well, for the next show, so many of them can't.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Avengers 4 is going to be a year from now, and I think a lot of people's expectations are running high. Like they expected a lot from Avengers, this movie, Avengers 3, but I feel like Avengers 4 is the culmination of this story, and this story is like only half a story, and it ended in such a cliffhanger that even for diehard like fans of the MCU, it's hard to speculate what Marvel's going to do next. I mean, they've been really tight-lipped with the Phase 4 stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta wonder who's left. You got Captain.
The original 6 Avengers are still coincidentally, right?
Who are there two? We got Captain Thor, Hulk, Iron Man,
Black Widow.
Well,
we don't know about Hawkeye.
Yeah, he's not even.
Yeah.
Okay.
But those guys are still around.
Ant-Man and Wasp might be. We'll see what their movie looks like.
Right.
Rocket's still there.
Rocket's still there. Nebula's still there.
Mm-hmm.
But all the new guard. Black Panther's gone. Spider-Man's gone. Groot's gone. Like most of the Guardians. Doctor Strange. They're gone. So, like we all know that they're going to come back somehow. But that's the thing too, is that Doctor Strange said that it had to be this way. Like he looked into the future and saw that there was only one outcome. There's a stray dog right now. Was walking towards us. He knew that, like we knew from like what Doctor Strange says, that there's only going to be one outcome
that works.
That works.
That they win.
In which they win.
So
this must be part of it. Like
right, you would hope that this is the one.
Right, because he gave up that time stone really easily.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense now. I was going to ask about that because that when I think of it that way, it makes sense because before I'm thinking, why would he do that? But if that's on the timeline,
if he saw into the future that's what had to be done,
right? Then you would do it.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's
because he even said he wouldn't do it.
Now the Vision's gone too. Forgot to mention that.
Vision.
There's someone mentioned this online, and I kind of thought about it too. Is that there's a scene where Shuri was kind of proving to everybody that she's smarter than them. Like she said something about like, why didn't you just do something, and then like Vision and Bruce Banner looked at each other like, oh, we didn't even think of that.
Right.
So they're setting her up to be like super smart. But what was that set up for? Because it did nothing. Because she was never able to get the Mind Stone out of Vision anyway.
Right.
So what was that set up for? If not, I'm predicting now what Avengers 4 is going to look like. If not to say that maybe Shuri is going to bring Vision back somehow without the Mind Stone. If she's the smartest person on the planet, maybe she would have figured out a way to make Vision without the Mind Stone, right? Somehow.
Do they need him?
Do they? That's a good question.
Could she just be a part of sending them on to fight Thanos or building them some new tech?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought that Iron Man, when Iron Man got stabbed, I thought that was going to be his end. I thought he was going to die then too. I felt a little bit of a cheat when they didn't go through with it. It's like they almost did it and then they pulled out.
It made me start to wonder like who's gonna be left. That's when I start to think who's left standing.
Right.
Like is Captain gonna be here? Is anyone gonna be here at all?
Right.
I don't even know.
Yeah, like even in the trailers we saw like Captain America kind of like holding Thanos' hand, just trying to keep him from like closing his fist or whatever he's trying to do. And I also thought that Captain America was going to perish in that way somehow. I thought that that scene, or seeing that in the trailer, kind of gave it away, but no, it doesn't look like it. So, I mean, I'm very excited to see what Avengers 4, like even Ant-Man and the Wasp, which you said is coming up next, which I think is going to be before this, like timeline-wise. So I'm not too sure. But Captain Marvel is coming up after that, before Avengers 4. So if you guys didn't know, the end credit scene, of course, is Nick Fury kind of like paging,
grabbing his beeper,
paging Captain Marvel. So like, we have no idea what the plot of the movie is, and I'm very excited. Like this is that little symbol in that beeper was all we needed to like get hyped up on, like with the movie. Like right now, we know that it's Captain Marvel and the Skrulls set in the 90s. but we don't know much else.
Okay.
So what does that? And we know that Captain Marvel is going to be the most powerful superhero.
Right.
But what does that mean? What does that mean? What's she going to do? Like, how is she going to like reverse Thanos' thing? You know what I mean? I don't know.
My question for you: think of the most powerful superhero. What's Hulk's problem?
What? You know what? I think plot-wise, they just needed to get him
Out.
out.
I think he got beat up by Thanos too easily, and he was in control for 2 years, or about 2 years, right?
Right.
And then now he's wrestling with Banner again. Banner's in control. He gets beat up by Thanos like pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
A little too quickly, you think?
Well, maybe he doesn't know that Thanos was the Power Stone,
Right.
and maybe
Wait. And Banner did know that he had the Power Stone.
he wouldn't have known, right? Because I don't know.
He did know that. He did know that he had the Power Stone because when he went to Earth to warn the
He
others,
told
he
him
said that
he had
the Power Stone and what's the other stone? And the Tesseract. What's
The
stone was
space.
that? And the Space Stone already.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess, I mean, plot-wise, they had to get
Yeah.
the Hulk out of there just to thing.
To keep bringing him back and forth though.
Yeah, which was a little bit misleading because if you remember the trailers, there is a clear, like the Hulk was clearly running along with the Avengers in Wakanda in the trailer, right? In the
Right,
background, like
right.
running. So they
Instead of
either they
Hulkbuster.
cut that out or they added that in there just to remove the plot point, this plot point. So that's that. Anyway, well, I do want to mention there was like I mentioned, this was kind of like Lord of the Rings, where in the second movie of the Lord of the Rings, everybody sort of splits off into their own little adventures. Like, for example, Thor, Rocket, and Groot go to Nita something
Yeah.
to create Stormbreaker, and then Gamora went off with Thanos, and then the rest of the Guardians went to
Titan.
they went to nowhere. They went to nowhere. And then you got Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Spider-Man kind of going to Titan, and then you got the rest of the Avengers. Like everybody split, and I feel like it was that to me anyway. I feel like that kind of broke the pacing a little bit because some storylines were like really good, some like filled with action and all that stuff, and then you cut back to like these guys, and then it's kind of slow going.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Thor stuff was a little bit slow going to me. I feel like
I liked it, but I can see that.
Yeah.
I probably liked it more because I just watched Ragnarok,
Right.
so I'm more tied into Thor right now,
Right.
personally. But
Right. It's crazy. You know what else too? I just thought of this. Thor in the beginning of the movie, they decimated. I don't know if I don't know if Thanos chose to like keep half of the Asgardians, but it seems like they destroyed all of the Asgardians.
yeah, I don't know how you can say-
Following
yeah.
Thor Ragnarok, there's the Valkyrie, there's like Korg and Meek and those guys,
Mhm.
but they were never mentioned in this movie.
Yeah,
So where are they?
it's blown up on that ship.
You would think, like, I hope not, because Valkyrie was one kick-ass character, and I
Yeah.
hope that she didn't die in that, because, I mean, I think that's the thing about this movie is that it makes you watch those other movies, and then those other movies take on a new meaning.
Yeah.
But I feel like it takes Ragnarok's meaning a little negative, because when you rewatch Thor Ragnarok, it's almost as if you don't like the happy ending in Thor Ragnarok. It gets erased
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the one thing. One concern is that Infinity War changes the meaning behind the other movies. I don't know if you think the same.
I'm okay with that, I guess. I mean, we're going on a different trail here, following Thanos and his idea of balance.
Yeah.
And basically, in some way, and it kind of pounded in a little bit. When Cap's saying, what was the line he said? Like, we don't leave it, no man left behind. But
Right,
he says
right.
something different. He says,
Yeah, something
we
like
don't
that.
trade lives.
Yeah.
We don't trade lives, and that's exactly what Thanos is doing.
Right. It's a good parallel.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So, what is like the best part of the movie, like the best scene of the movie, you think? There's a lot of scenes here that are like breathtakingly awesome. What was the best one, you think?
Why don't you go first? Let me think about it. Do you have one?
I think I would have to say that it was, I don't know, I'm a sucker for those war films when all the soldiers are like running, like the front lines is just like going towards the enemy kind of thing. That to me was pretty.
See, like when they open the
the
gate,
and then you see Black Panther and Captain America going like way faster than the others because they're using up their superpowers. But I thought that to me was like pretty awesome, pretty epic. And I guess you could say that like when when Thanos snaps his fingers, and then everything gets decimated. That I don't know if you noticed.
I still win.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but like they stopped the music completely and just let the visuals take over. So it's almost as if like your breath was taken away and you're like left with your mouth open, just like.
I thought for a second that he destroyed the gauntlet. It looked like he got blasted. Like he couldn't do anything else with it. I don't know if he still has it. I assume he still has it.
It's almost as if like even the gauntlet itself wasn't powerful enough to like contain the power of all the 6 stones combined.
Right.
Yeah, so that to me was my favorite part. You got one? Red Skull?
Red Skull was on the 2 parts I clapped. Like I started clapping was Red Skull and Captain Marvel. The big reveals.
Yeah.
Big random. Like you don't really expect it. You might. I guess if you're thinking about it, what's coming next movie-wise, you could think that's good.
Right.
Reveal. But I think my favorite part is Thanos, the end part where he walks out to the sunset. Cause I was like a little bit thrown off. Like, what is this? What is this little shack? And he's just there.
It's exactly what he said, right?
I'm gonna go
once he does it, and he just goes and rests. That's kind of poetic. Yeah. I think that's what makes him such a complicated character. Is that he did it.
Doing that,
He didn't do it out of selfish reasons. It was an obligation. To balance the universe.
He had to sacrifice. He had to sacrifice for more, and you know, like, and that's what I didn't buy into before, and I felt it was kind of pushed a little bit. I didn't really know that he cared for Gamora in that way. I mean, they show, and like, there's other parts. All of Thanos, when he sits down on his throne, not on his throne, but on the steps. Yeah. He sits down on the steps.
Humanizes.
Like, very humanized. Yeah. He says, I know. And being a parent, like, she's talking about, for 20 years, I said, I hate this, I hate my life. And he's like, I know, I heard you every time. And he's a dad. Yeah. He says it a couple times, like, daughter. Yeah.
That's actually a really interesting way to think about it, because yes, as a dad, you definitely see Thanos a little differently because you relate to him and his relationship with his daughter. Like I said, the best bad guys are the ones that you see what they're going, you see where they're coming from. You know, like Killmonger, you saw where he's coming from, and the Vulture, you saw where he's coming from. Kingpin, you saw where he was coming from. You know, so I don't know. I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's this has gone on far too long, but I guess would you, if you were to rate it a letter grade, or like if you were to rank, this is the 19th MCU film.
19th. Okay, this is 19.
Which would you say, like, what would you say is like your best ones, and where would this movie rank?
I feel like right now I gotta put it in the top 3, but I would have to put some real thought into what else is up there.
Right.
But I gotta say, there's no way it can be low. I don't feel like you can put it lower than 4. So it's gotta be in the top 3.
I definitely in the top 3 for me too, for sure. I think I like this one second best.
Yeah.
I like Civil War. That's my first one, and I think this tops Avengers. Like, Avengers was a spectacle for me, so I loved that movie. But I think this is a little step above Avengers.
Yeah.
The stakes are higher, and I think they delivered with the action, with a lot of the story beats, a lot of the story arcs. The characters feel like the characters. Like I don't know, I didn't feel like any of them were off character, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing with different movies, is that when you have a different director, different writer writing for a particular character, it's almost sometimes feels like a different character altogether. And you see that in the comics all the time.
Yeah.
Like when a different writer writes Wolverine, it's gonna be different than like this
Yeah.
writer who writes Wolverine.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is pretty, like the Guardians felt like the Guardians, maybe a little too dumb, a little too dumbed down.
When they catch Thor, yeah.
But the Guardians felt like the Guardians. Like even the
They
music
stepped it up
was
towards
there,
the end, though.
right?
Yeah. That's
The
like,
music.
in the credits, like there's like the two songs, Rubber Band Man and something from Black Panther.
Right, Black Panther theme,
Yep.
Rubber Band Man. Yeah, so yeah, they definitely went with the songs. So it felt like that. Another issue that I had, I'm supposed to be ending this, but there's so many characters. Do you feel like it was too much, like too many characters?
You gotta expect it out of a movie like this.
Yeah.
You want to have more characters in some ways, and then like it answers some questions too. Because when they're at the end when they're melting away, when people are just going to dust, it kind of answers like who's gone, who's here, and so I think you want to have. And some of these times when I think about superhero movies, I always wonder like why aren't all these guys here? Like
Right.
this is a apocalyptic thing.
Catastrophic event.
Why isn't everyone here?
Right.
This
Everyone
actually
should be
is.
all hands on deck.
It's like a universe thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess that's a thing, and it's inherent to having an ensemble cast. Is there's bound to be people with like less screen time than they ought to have, and I guess just is how it is. I don't think it detracted, but I feel like you could have seen more Spider-Man, could have seen more characters, but that's just how it is. Anyway, if I were to rate it, I'd give it an A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
an A. All right, there you go. You guys, thank you so much. This is a pretty long video now, but thank you if you guys stayed all the way to the end. Thank you for watching. If you guys have not subscribed to this channel, my second channel, my vlog channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a brand new vlog video. And of course, don't forget to head on over to my main channel to learn more about how to draw these characters like characters in Infinity War. Again, you guys, it's Jacob. It's me. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Take care.